We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity.
We know the air is unfit to breathe and our food is unfit to eat. As if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy.
Silence! The great and powerful Oz knows why you have come.
You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
You have meddled with the primal forces of nature.
Don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, or what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts.
It's time to buckle up for making sense of the madness.
And who loves you? And who do you love?
Hey everybody, Jason Bermas here, and it's time to talk about the quote-unquote rehabilitation of Kevin Spacey, and really beyond, because it seems like more and more and more that, unfortunately, in our culture, we celebrate these people that are in our movies, in our television shows, create our music, in a manner where they are almost completely unaccountable. Now, there is the flip side to that, where many of these celebrities, if you will, end up, being devastated by the public. All of a sudden, they're not the hottest thing. All of a sudden, they're butt of everybody's joke. All of a sudden, the script flips. That happens a lot, deserved or otherwise. Sometimes it can be something as simple as all of a sudden the culture says, this isn't funny anymore. This is too cheesy. I don't like this music. And then you also have things like the quote-unquote Me Too movement, right? Which, for me, when we talk about the Me Too movement, okay, I think to myself that there's a lot of convoluted material in there. It was never really about the abuse of children, which was extremely problematic, but at its core, many of these things had to be addressed. At the same time, during the meat and potatoes of the Me Too movement, it was clear that there was this selective reporting going on as well, and that became very, very apparent, and still very much apparent via the McGregor case in general, right? And I've covered the McGregor case ad nauseum. With Kevin Spacey, okay, you have a guy that literally did not have one person come out and defend the guy after all these allegations were made. And instead, what happened? You had a multitude of people, both in entertainment and outside of entertainment, tell you this guy is a sociopath, he treats people like dirt, etc. But now, all of a sudden, Spacey, although under another sexual misconduct investigation, I know he's beat the court systems, and I also know that some people are pretty, egregious, and who knows, there's two sides to every story. I also know that one person that accused him didn't make it. Just who knows what happened there, right? Little accidente. But I also know the company that Spacey keeps, okay? And Tucker Carlson, Lex Friedman, they do themselves no favors. playing into a guy who's a very good actor, is extremely charismatic, and is now being boosted up. Probably the most bizarre thing about that boost, though, is that Spacey himself had played into one of his more evil, maniacal characters in like 2 Christmas videos he did. Okay? And by the way, you look at Kevin Spacey's work, and it is broad-ranging, but where are the ones that you remember? The ones where he's the president of the United States in his Netflix series, House of Cards, boom. The one where he is, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen The Usual Suspects, not a great guy in it, right? Very cunning. Now, don't get me wrong. There are actors out there, okay, that absolutely can portray a bunch of different roles. But then you look at the person. This is a guy who's hanging out with Bill Clinton for 20 plus years. In fact, talked about his time on Epstein's plane with Bill Clinton and kind of tried to throw Clinton under the bus, kind of obfuscate his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? So the reason I bring it up is because not only do we have, again, these people on the quote-unquote right or conservative now propping him up, but he's about to receive an award over at Cannes, Lifetime Achievement Award, from, what is it? I don't want to get it wrong. The Better Worlds Fund? The Better Worlds Fund. Okay? Let me just make sure that's exact. Yes, Better World Fund. Do you think Kevin Spacey cares about a better world? Or do you think Kevin Spacey cares about money, power, fame, treating people like things? I'm going to let you decide on that one. Okay? So, that being said, thumbs it up, subscribe, share, let everybody know about the broadcast. Go check out the alt accounts. And again, if you can, please consider supporting the broadcast. There are no paychecks. We're only doing it through you, $5, $10, $15. It absolutely means the world to me. It's how we get things done. Okay? Again, thank you, Jonathan Brown, and anybody else, big donors. Thank you so much. Give me a follow over on X. We've almost recouped to where we were a week ago. Maybe we can get to that 47.1. And that's where you can find a lot of the raw stories as well. There's Kevin Spacey right there making a surprise appearance. There's the Joe Biden thing. You also get to see all the broadcasts and links and things like my buddy Tony Cavallo killing it at his art show over the weekend. Now, first things first before we get into the story. When I was doing a thumbnail and I typed in Kevin Spacey, take a look at these pictures. And this is Google. I think that these are also the ones that are large too, but I noticed it before I went to there's nothing here that makes him look menacing at all. Even when it's against some of his detractors, et cetera, right? Take a look. I mean, that should give you a hint. Because when they want to burn somebody, you know what we should do right now? In fact, we're going to do it. Let's type in Alex Jones. Let's see what he looks like. Do you think he looks, again, take a look. Here we go. This one, maybe not the most flattering one right here, but none of these are putting him in a negative or maniacal. Look, that one's heroic. Ooh, look at you, Kevin Spacey. Let's try Alex Jones, just for kicks. Okay. Okay, there he is screaming. This one's not so bad. There he is screaming. There's a good one, huh? There's a good one. Lots of screaming. I mean, there is some discernment ones over there. But you get it. I mean, that one's one of my favorites. And by the way, take a look around. None of these look like Alex Jones right now after his weight loss. Where's the modern one? Right? I'm not seeing it. Not seeing that. I'll tell you that right now. So say with what you will. Now, the Better World Fund, and we'll show you some of the people that they have honored in the past. Here's the deal. Apparently, even though it's at the Carlton Hotel, this isn't directly related to the Cannes Film Festival, even though it's the Lifetime Achievement Award. See, there's a fact check here. Is he really being honored at Cannes? Yes. Yes. Okay? And this new scandal here, I want to point this out. Take a look. Oh, what's going on? Oh, this is my email out there for everybody? Sure, why not? Why is that? See, Yahoo, this is why you're garbage. There's no reason for my mail. I didn't. There it is right there. I just scrolled over it. But whatever. Whatever, Yahoo. You just integrated that terrible decision. So this mentions this, which I think is important. Spacey Unmasked. It's a documentary series, actually aired on HBO and HBO Max, right? And in it, you had like 10 other accusers that have nothing to do with this new case. It wasn't hard to find people that didn't like Kevin Spacey. No one seems to care that they're rebranding him. I care. Remember when they asked him about, because again the rebrand's been a while. He asked about Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton on that famous flight. Oh yeah, there were several young girls, but you have this here. Guy Pearce is one of the very many actors that came out and said Spacey is essentially a scumbag. Said he targeted him on L.A. Confidential. Throwing that out there. But no, he wants a better world. The Better World Awards. Let's take a look. I like Susan Sarandon. I got nothing against Kevin Costner. I don't know who Mohammed Abu El Anin is, but they did this last year, right? Eliza Reed, Galuccio Casas. I mean, they give these awards out. But he's getting, again, the Lifetime Achievement Award. Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, going a little further than this, Harvey Weinstein, who, listen, absolutely not a good person. Now, I will say this. A lot of the evidence that they used, the reason he's probably going to win an appeal is it should have never been admissible because he already paid out all these women. He actually mentions that. Paid Rose McGowan $100,000. Does that mean he's not a scumbag? Absolutely not. You know, it's funny, Candace Owens is doing this interview, and she's highly critical of Israel, yet Weinstein hired Black Cube to try to block articles, intimidate witnesses, tail people. And for those that don't know what Black Cube is, it's essentially the privatized arm of the IDF, the Mossad, the Israeli intelligence and military apparatus. Right? When you think about that, you could compare it to things, yes, like Eric Prince's operation, which I think is now Blackwater again after being rebranded like XE Services at one point. There was another one it's not coming to head. Sometimes I lose it. But again, Candace always talking about, you know, the Mossad. She's talking about the influence of Israel in politics and culture. And yet, I mean, I guess I have not watched the whole interview. But again, it seems to be a rebranding. So look, I think, I said this on Quite Frankly, I think Harvey Weinstein's probably getting out. That's not good. I think there's a chance that his buddy that he's in a picture with, Ghislaine Maxwell, might be getting out eventually. That's not good. Okay? Shorter video, folks. I want you to thumbs it up, subscribe, share. Again, if you can support the broadcast, can't do it without you. $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. It supports the broadcast. Truly independent media. I don't want a Kevin Spacey comeback. I want the public to resoundingly say no to somebody who's a Clinton buddy, an Epstein flight guy, has a multitude of allegations, sexually and otherwise. You got to separate the art from the artist. And it's not about left or right, folks. It's always about right and wrong. I absolutely love you guys. And I will see you all on the flip side.